2 of our Thanos build. If you joined us for part 1, we actually got the Mad Titan himself together. So if you want to go back and watch part 1 of this build video, you saw me building. We also did a little review of the figure itself and some of the things that came in the box, because what was unique about this figure was a little bit of what you get. So for folks that don't know, this tabletop miniature game is Marvel Crisis Protocol. Marvel Crisis Protocol is a squad-based Marvel game. It's a tabletop game. So you can, it's pretty cool. It's a small squads force. You pick characters that you want on your team. So you can put villains and heroes together to make a squad. You have certain objectives and things that you're trying to do. But what is kind of cool is we took our first look at Thanos, the Mad Titan himself, because they did make a piece for him. We're in the process of building the rest of him, which is unique because he not only is a figure himself, and you can play with him just as him alone, but you also get a terrain piece, which is his throne, which we haven't finished building yet. But it also has a lot of special rules, and what it looks like from preliminary, and we're going to take a little bit of a closer look at that now. Preliminary looks like there is an actual rule set for you to do a multiplayer game. So that's something new, almost like organized play or opt play. So you'll see it comes with a book that says Infinity Gauntlet Encounter Rules. So something a little bit different for the world of Marvel Crisis Protocol. And actually, before we get into the rest of the build and finish building off the throne, which we haven't finished yet, I'm going to actually read a little bit of this with you guys. So, Ultimate Encounter Core Rules. In the Ultimate Encounter, players from Crisis Team with multiple squads players form a Crisis Team with multiple squads to battle a deadly threat in unique narrative missions called encounters. Each of these encounters specify the number of players as well as the squad size for each player in the squad composition section. That's pretty cool. Pixie, hey, how you doing? So we're just finishing up building Thanos and his throne. So this is part 2 of our build series, and I actually wanted to go a little bit into the rules because I know I was doing some of this morning, for me, the middle of the day, and I was coming back to do the rest, but I thought I'd take a little deeper dive into the play and the rules, because that's, like I said, pretty cool. So we were just reading, so there is multiple ways to play and multiple squad rules that are there. Crisis Team. Whenever the rule refers to Crisis Team, it means all players that are part of the Crisis Team. If the Crisis Team must make a choice, players should work together to choose the most beneficial options for the team. Members of the Crisis Team always are working together and should help each other during the game. Wow. That's 4:52 there. Damn. Yeah, it's not as late here, but still pretty late. Meaning getting late. But I'm going to be doing this video where we'll finish building out the rest of Thanos, and then I'll be doing some painting too. Tomorrow I will do some gaming stuff, so stay tuned for gaming as well. But I will get back to playing a couple of video games. I have my schedule. I got home a little bit later on my end, so that's why we're just doing some craft and model stuff. I tend to try to do those later at night because it's a nice way to calm down and end the day. But we'll get back. I'm gonna get back to trying to do at least 2 videos, one video game video and one game, either tabletop or art related videos, something on the creative side. Now that my life has gotten a little bit more stable. So Crisis Team, so that's pretty cool. So it seems with the Crisis Team, it could either be, I don't know if it's you're making, it sounds like you're going to make a squad or a team, and then with the squad or the team, you can either have individual players picking a piece or a person in that squad, or they're going to be doing, or I guess they're making multiple squads, but we'll figure it out. Cosmic Threat. Cosmic Threat is Sorry. Represented by the opponents of the Crisis team. The Cosmic Threat player's goal is to complete their objectives and or thwart the plans of the Crisis team. So that's pretty... Oh, okay, so that's pretty unique. Okay, so this game takes a page from a lot of other games, which... So it's cool they're adding this... and I'm going to just show you guys what we're talking about. So this is Crisis Protocol miniature game, specifically the Thanos model that was added. We're reviewing that. I'm going to be building the rest of the throne today, which... We started off, if you want to see part 1 where I build Thanos himself, you know, you can go back and check that video when we're done with this one. But I just love Atomic Mass games and their models. The people that are building the models are doing an amazing job. And you can see there I did the variant with the Infinity Gauntlet, so he is ready to party. He's got that classic Thanos smile, like, come at me, bro. Always fun. But what I was taking a closer look at in this video, which we didn't really look at the first time, is the actual rules for what is very cool. Their kind of first multiplayer way to play Marvel Crisis Protocol, because with the Infinity Gauntlet encounter rules, you actually can play a multi-tiered both scenario play, so something they haven't done yet, and also multi-squad play. So you can have multiple players with multiple squads playing, and then what's cool is that they take a step out of other books where somebody gets to play the bad guy. So you get to play Thanos and you're actively trying to go against the other players, which is the Cosmic Threat. Players' goal is to complete their objectives. Game rounds. Ultimate encounters do not use the normal rules for game rounds. Instead of players alternating turns, the Crisis team and the Cosmic Threat alternate turns. So what does that mean? So if you're not familiar with Crisis Protocol, Marvel Crisis Protocol uses an alternative activate feature. So let's say I built a squad of 4 guys on my squad. So maybe I pick Thanos by himself. Now when you play Thanos by himself, you do not get the throne and the scenery piece. You just get him. And he has a specific card. So he comes with 2 different character cards. He comes with the larger Crisis card when you're playing here. I'll just show this really quick, because we did this in the first video, but I'm going to do it like very, very, very basic in this one. So when you play, it's crazy. When you play him as the throne and all the craziness, he's got the big card. Yeah, I don't know the difference. I have to read the rules to find out the difference. But he's got 2 sides. He's actually got 2 different sides to this card. So my thought process is that he does have a damage side on this card. So he's got this long card, I believe, when you play him in the encounters, because that's why it says UE. And then this is when you play him as just a regular character on your force when you're not playing. Because he's got the Infinity Gauntlet in this one. He doesn't have the Infinity Gauntlet in the other one. So he comes with 2 character cards, but obviously that goes. So this is just explaining glossary of terms. It says each activation. All right, so turns were ultimate encounter does not use. Turns work slightly different in the ultimate encounter. When the Crisis team takes a turn, they activate 3 characters in a row. When the Crisis team takes a turn, each activation and adding an activated token to the characters for each of their activations is adorable. Here we go. After the Crisis team has taken their turn and activated 3 characters, the Cosmic Threat player takes a turn, which they can activate an encounter character. No, that still is not what that symbol means. They can activate an encounter character up to 1 minion's character. See minions. Instead of adding an activated token to the encountered character at the end of an activation, they add an activated token to the encounter tracker. Jeez Louise. Okay. Once the encounter tracker contains 3 activated tokens, the activation phase is over and the player proceeds to the cleanup step. When the affected states in the last round, okay. Below, okay, the power phase. Each character gains 1 power. Resolve any player effects that happen. Resolve an effects of encounter or status cards that happen during the power phase. Decide with your prayer. Okay. So this is going through like how the different phases of the game are different when you're playing there. Squad building. Players take on 2 sides, Crisis Team or Cosmic Threat. 2 players build squads. Squad is indicated on each encounter setup card. When Crisis Team players build their squad, they may use any character and team tactic cards from their collection, unless otherwise specified in the encounter. However, players may not duplicate alter egos between their squads. Even if the collection would allow, each player must use different affiliations for their squad, but activate leadership abilities will affect only their squad. Team tactic cards, however, can be used. Okay. Minions. Some missions allow the Cosmic Threat player to control specific additional characters. These characters are called minions. Alright, so where the hell are those cards? Alright, I'm assuming... No. Okay. So these are just special cards. Well, what are they talking about with minions? I don't understand. Okay. Because, like, if you look at this, Cosmic Invasion. Setup, vaults, target opponent. Okay, during the power phase, some cosmic vaults will radiate cosmic energy. Yeah, so this is just a normal tactic card. I don't know what they're talking about. They're talking about different... Okay, so I get... Okay, Ultimate Encounter, Infinity Gauntlet. Squad Composition. Okay, so this is where you're talking about... So the back of the book is where they're actually talking about... Oh, that's crazy. Oh, that's cool. So the way they did it... Okay. The way they're doing it is that they have this, and then they have, like, a way to adjust the scenario for difficulty, which is really, really intriguing. Thanos, Chosen of Death, has collected all 6 of the Infinite, making him... Okay. Alright, so let's read the scenario. That's kind of cool, actually. Thanos, the Mad Titan, has finally succeeded in his quest, obtaining all 6 stones. Now armed with the greatest power in the universe, he is... Okay. Squad composition. Let's just see this. The Crisis Team is made up of... the Crisis Team is made up of 2 players, each with a maximum threat of 18. So it is, as I thought, you get 2 players that can play this, then 1 player plays Thanos. So it is you playing 3 players, which is new for Marvel Crisis Protocol. Crisis Team squad may not include Infinity Gems. Each Crisis Team squad chooses a number of team tactic cards, and Cosmic Threat player's squad consists of Thanos, Chosen of Death. Interesting. Okay, starting squad cards. The Cosmic Threat team status cards. Status cards. Status cards. Okay, no. Interesting. Okay, mission setup. When the center of battle... Okay, and then you put the tokens in. Oh, that's crazy. They tell you where to put the throne, too. So he has a place. Alright, but what is interesting to me... Is there another mission? Okay, so all the first couple of pages are doing are describing what's going to happen in the back. That's kind of a backwards way to write this. Okay, and then ending the encounter. For Lady Death, if there are 4 or fewer Crisis Team characters on the battlefield, the Cosmic Threat immediately wins the encounter. If all 3 amplifier modules are trashed at the end of the cleanup phase, the cosmic threat wins the encounter. And then we have, if you KO Thanos, the Crisis team will win the encounter. You will find all the special rules for the Crisis team and the Cosmic Threat teams on the tip cards for this ultimate encounter. Alright, so I was right in reading the tip cards. So they give you tip cards in here as well for the players. And they give you 3 of them, so they want the snares to be played by 3 people. Which really doesn't tell you much more. It tells you basically what I just read in the book. The thing I don't understand is they talk about minions. And I don't know. Some missions allow the Cosmic Threat player... Like, does this mission let them? Because there's only one... I don't understand. Or the gems themselves missions. No. The gems are actually things. Yeah, so I don't know what they're talking about missions. You get one mission. Unless it's a future proofing. That might be a future rule set, which is what they're talking about. Alright, anyway. We've really gone into this a lot, which is more than I wanted to. But, well, this particular one, because it says Black Order descends. Place 4 cosmic targeting the opponent on the battlefield immediately on map D. Yeah, this is just a regular. So this is usually the objective type of stuff. So you usually have one of these that you're playing in the game. It's the objective. It tells you how you're going to score. Additionally, how you're going to score points. Obviously, tabling your opponent is always a way to win. But yeah, it's weird. They mention minions in here, so my thought process is that maybe the Black Order, his generals, because they did release all of those models too. Maybe they come with missions that allow Thanos to be there, or they come with additional supporting stuff to further give you things with Thanos. That's probably what it is. They do that a lot in this game, where they'll give you... what I like about this game is they don't box you out of playing with stuff, so they don't give you stuff you can't play, but they'll give you more information on cards. So technically, when you bought the starter set, you knew some of the pieces that were coming out because they went through it. But that's cool. Alright, so we built Thanos. Where was I up to? So we got up to... I think I got up to that step. So we're going to be on this step. Alright, sorry guys, I know that was a lot of talking. That was more, because I didn't really go into it in depth, and in this part 2 I was like, let me take a step back and just actually look at the parts. Alright, so... Oh, that's not good. Oh, D5. It's going to be on this. It's going to be on this sprue. D5. That is this little piece of rock. Alright, little piece of rock. Is there anything else I have to put in there? D5 and... Is it D5 and D7? Where do we... Does anyone see D7? D7 is this big piece of rock. Because we were making a rock throne for my main man, the Thanos. And I think I mentioned it in the first video, but for folks that are interested in Marvel Crisis Protocol, I will be doing more videos of Marvel Crisis Protocol. So we will be doing full playthroughs, full battle reports, campaign play, which obviously this Thanos set gives me a little insight into how to do that within their rule set. So I should be able to graft... I should be able to graft that on there. Which is all good news. Now, let's see if this glue decides to be weird. Because, I don't know, it was really scary. It's almost like I have like a pressure vortex in this room. Because the glue was actually coming out. Going to go like that, and then the which is kind of crazy, but I think the 7... No, I think that was... Okay, that's weird. So where's the 7 supposed to go? So if we have it this way... Oh, 7 just one of those pieces where it's supposed to go. I think 7 is actually just supposed to go. Okay, so 7 is another just weird piece. Wow. Okay, so yeah, you gotta really be mindful. Am I putting this on right? Did I put my pieces on right? Did I get the lineups right? Because you're really stretching it on this last one. This last one, you basically have to wedge it in. So you have to pray that you that you lined all of this up right. Because if you didn't, which you're probably seeing, I'm actually struggling a little bit with this. I'm sorry, guys. I want to do it on camera, but it's the throne. It was built in a very unique way. So let me show you guys what I'm doing. So we have to wedge it in like right here, and the reason they did this is because they basically built it. It's actually very ingenious how they built this. They built it with the front facing, so you're putting everything to line up, so it makes that nice rock formation, and you hide all those seams. So they did that on one side, but then on the other side, you have those holes because you're gonna put back facing, so it looks like it's completely made of rock. But what I think happened is that I don't think I did this perfect. Yeah, so that just came off again. So this piece, it's not sitting perfectly. It's a little off, which means I probably just wiggled one piece a little too much to one side. And I was saying it earlier when I was building this. Actually, I think I'm gonna have to put glue. I'm gonna have to put glue like all in here, because of the way that they set up these pieces. Some of them you're putting like, whoa, geez, you're putting it right on flat surfaces. So you're putting it on flat surfaces. So it doesn't really stick the right way, which is kind of intriguing. You know, it just doesn't sit the right way. So, not that it doesn't sit the right way, but you don't have very much to glue it onto. Once you start to put some of these other pieces in, it should start to look much better, but you have to get there first. So, it's a little bit frustrating. Where is... Yeah. Oh, no, that's the one I want. I think that's C. Yeah, that is C. Alright, so next step, we need C4 and C9. So C4 is this rock right here. And as always, guys, if you have any questions, comments, please don't hesitate to shout them out. And we're going to get on to the next thing. C9, 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 C9. Alright, so we have C4. Now, probably, where am I sticking these guys? So these guys are going on the other side. So what they should do is they should fill in. Oh no, they're probably filling in this part. Yeah, so you can sort of see already just how this is working out. So like I said, really amazing way that they built it. It's got some really uniqueness to it because you can see the person like really designed this well because we're sticking all these pieces on there. But he did it in such a way that you can see it. It's really doing a great job of hiding all the seams. So it's going to make everything nice and flat, and you're going to have this nice terrain piece. Because the cool thing about this game, and I say it all the time, which is one of the reasons I really, really like it as a tabletop game, is that they really they do a lot with the terrain. So, and it's funny because I think games like this game have set the standard for other games. Because even games like, if you're a big, Warhammer, if you play Warhammer 40K, or if you're playing even Age of Sigmar, you'll notice that in the new editions of Warhammer 40K that just came out, actually reworked a lot of the terrain rules to make terrain more interactive and to make terrain like kind of matter more than it did before. So, but in this game, terrain is really, really important because not only are there very good, robust rules that they made about terrain. Did I cut out the wrong thing? I did cut off the wrong thing. Why do I think I need 7? Yeah, I think this is the wrong piece. I needed C9. And C9 is here. That was the right piece for there, but you really can't get these pieces wrong, per se. But you guys will see in a minute why what I was about to do was very wrong. And C9 is going to go actually on the other side. And I can see already. And you can see how it fits perfectly on that side. I'm gonna hold my hand on that. I'm just gonna put, yeah, it's doing the same thing. I hate this glue. I bought different crazy glue for the next round. It's really annoying. The crazy glue that I normally would get, that I literally, wow, man, because it goes in, not out. Oh, that's so dumb. It's my fault for not just trying to scrape. Oh, that sucks. I just wasted a ton of glue for no freaking reason. Let's see if I can get it off. Alright, let's try to salvage some of it. Alright, I should have put it inside of this. That was dumb. And I was gonna say, Pixie, if you are still watching, how was your week? How was your day? I hope everything is going well. And I hope I'm still making you laugh. I know you said that these videos make you laugh. I hope when I build stuff and I mess it up, you're still having fun. You still find it fun. I know this is a little bit more to the business type of video, but man, it's just like sitting there. Oh no! Damn it, there's like a big blob of it. I literally almost glued my hand to the glue. That's great. That's beautiful. I almost literally was stuck to the glue. That would have been a great way to end the video. Me just gluing myself to a table. Oh my god, what is going on? Oh, there's glue on the glue. This glue is the most horrible. I will never buy this glue again. I've wasted so much of it, and it's weird. It was doing a good job sticking, and then it kind of is not sticking anymore. So, it's so bad. All right. Well, we got that. I'm trying to give the glue a little bit more extra time to set. All right. No, I didn't skip a step. All right. So C6. Alright, that's troublesome. Because it's telling me I need C6, but there is no C6. And so, boy. Alright. Or maybe that... Was this 6 that I pulled out? Does that look like 6? That looks like 6. Okay. And then C10, that's here. Alright, so I need C11 and I need C... Okay. I'm okay. I didn't mess it up. Like I said, you really can't mess it up. And I'll show you why, because if you might not have noticed it as we were doing it, but the openings or the openings for the different sides. Oh, okay, that's 100% where that goes. The openings for the different sides, as you will see, they have different lineup grids. So there is really no way for you to put them in the wrong spot. All right, and again, that's going to go inside. So the key to me not screwing this up again is we're going to put it inside the hole so that when I put this in there, I can hold my finger and it should set pretty well. Now we're going to do the same thing over here. Now usually a little bit of this glue goes a long way, but because this is a different brand of glue, I've been kind of using a little bit more of it than I normally would. Right, so it should be... No, I think I am right. No, that's wrong. Alright. This is really, really awkward. Okay. But why would it... Yeah, I wouldn't have the finished side that way. Alright, this doesn't look like it's the right piece for this. Why? Oh, actually, that can't be the right piece for that. So this is 100% the right piece for this, because that fits very nicely. And then I guess this... No. So something's on wrong. I put something on the wrong peg. Alright, so let's take a look. They're telling me... Is that D6? And that's why it's D6. That's why I'm messing it up. So I didn't put this part on yet. Which is what one of the parts needs to go on. Seems to have snapped in. Yeah, I gotta put some glue on that. Alright, I don't know what to put the glue on though. Alright, well, let's shore up the board. Oh jeez. Okay, I don't understand how it's getting on my hands though. Yeah, I should not have used a whole tube of glue for just this one finger. This is the worst, like I said, worst glue I ever bought. I definitely have better glue, and I'm actually going to probably switch to it right now. Because this crazy glue, which is Caliber. It's such a bad crazy glue. But it was all that the store had that I went to because, like I said, oddly enough, the brand of glue that I used, I guess where it comes from can't be ordered anymore, or shipment of it was getting staggered, or I don't know. But I had to settle for this piece of junk glue to get some stuff done that I had to get done. So there was that. So I very much will be getting... Alright, so that's going to go under there, which makes a lot more sense. And then this is going to go here, which makes even more sense. So that's going to all line up much better, I think. But... okay, because then that would be right. And then C11, which was the last piece that I had... no. Alright, hold on. Something's wrong. Because basically I'm missing... Alright, so let's take a look. Which leads me to believe that I built something wrong. Because... C8. Okay. I did it out of order, which is why it doesn't look right. Okay. Because I was going to say, it's pretty hard for you to mess these pieces up. You can't, because of the way that they're designed. I mean, they do... that's why I very much like Atomic Mass games, because they do make a very, very good model that, you know, all their models are designed well. You really can't mess them up when you put them together. They're really, really superb in the fact that they've designed everything to really fit snug, just very, very, very much, you know, easy to assemble, easy to build, you know, not a lot of complicated stuff. And then, like I said, for this particular set, I'm so excited for this set, not only because Thanos is one of my favorite characters, but I'm super excited for this set because they're giving you different ways to play the game. They're giving you a different terrain piece. So they're giving you just a lot in the box. Yeah, so that's kind of odd, but it's going to go on that side, and it goes in like for a half of thing. But yeah, so if you guys are just joining us, we are building Thanos for Marvel Crisis Protocol. If you're not familiar with what Marvel Crisis Protocol is, it is a Marvel tabletop, battle game. Small squad-based game, so it's not a big war game. Although, I could argue that this particular set, because of its nature, and because, of course, it involves Thanos, and it involves Thanos getting the Infinity Gauntlet and other ways to play with a pretty large cosmic threat, it is getting to a larger scale game, because in the scenarios that you play where he uses the throne and he has the gauntlet and he has everything, you are in fact, you're playing two players, so a total of 3 players, because two players play, squads they build to fight Senor Thanos. And then, of course, one player will get to play the Mad Titan himself. So one player is playing the bad guys, or the universe bad guy. So pretty stellarly cool. And as you can see, we've gotten most of our throne built. We're getting there. The throne itself has not been built yet. But we will be moving on to the throne itself in a moment. I may have to switch out to some more glue, but I'm going to try to get a little bit more glue out of this if I can. And of course, if you guys have questions, comments, or even questions about Marvel Crisis Protocol itself, please don't hesitate to ask those questions now. And once we get everything together, I will 100% just do a little quick brief look. We'll do a closer look at the model and all that good stuff. And again, this is part 2 because I had built Thanos first and off camera. Not off camera. I built him on camera. We did a video for part 1 of this video. And then my hope is to give you guys well, actually, I'll be building some more of the Kings of War models, so I got to give you guys another part to that as well, because I didn't actually finish those models yet. And then, of course, we got to get to painting all of this stuff. Now, that particular piece actually snaps together really nicely, so I might not bother to glue it. I will figure out what they want me to do. Oh, okay. Yeah, so if it's just gonna, is it just gonna sit there? It's literally gonna just sit on there. And again, it would be this way. So when you put the throne in, you want to put it in with this side facing. Actually, yeah, you know what? If I just really go to town with the glue. So I'm going to go to town with some glue. That actually should hold it together pretty nicely. So I don't actually have to glue them together. I'll save myself a little bit of glue. Because this is just a terrain piece. It's not, you don't, he's not going to physically sit in it. And because of the mechanics of how you play this and how they want you to play them, you really can't mod this. I was going to say, I thought when I was building it originally, I was like, ooh, maybe I'll mod it. But you can't because of the way that it's built. Because of the way it plays. So you actually have to leave it that way. We can mod some other aspects of the base itself, but we can't mod the actual thing. So when it is all done, that's essentially what you're dealing with. So that is it, guys. That is fully built Thanos. So this is when you play it in the crisis mode where he's got all the gems and he's taken on pretty much the Marvel Universe. This is what we're dealing with. This is crazy. This model's nuts. This is 100% a lot of fun. One of the things I love about the Marvel Crisis Protocol game is I love the size. So for folks that are maybe more familiar with Warhammer, you know, that's what a Warhammer figure, so I'll do a comparison. Well, actually, Thanos is a bad example because he's a bigger figure. But, you know, you could see, actually, because they're done on 32mm bases. Actually, the leader is on a 32mm base. So just so you can get an idea from other miniature games, that's a normal guy. That actually is pretty close. The scale between Warhammer and this are pretty close, because Warhammer does a 32mm scale. Crisis Protocol does a 40mm scale. So if you're wondering, like, getting some third-party terrain for this, you're looking at 40mm as your standard. But this model is crazy. I got to get this primed. We're going to 100% get this painted now. In addition, yeah, and you can see, it's kind of funny actually, note, and you can see the note right down there. It says, do not glue Thanos into throne. So even if you wanted to do a mod, which I guess you could, but I don't know, I have to read through the mechanics, because I have to guess that the mechanics make him, I don't know. I have to read more of the tactic cards. I have to read more of the stuff, but there's got to be a mechanic with his throne and that. Since the throne is there, but I don't know what the mechanics actually are. Oh, okay. Maybe it's because I'm picking board games. That's why we're having less people. I don't know. Because they want to see me play a board game. That might be why. That stinks. I will be playing board games, so hang tight there, board gamers. I'll be playing these actual games. I just have to do some of the model building. I guess I should have put this in a different category. Funny enough, Atomic Mass games and Mantic games don't have their own channels. Warhammer does, but everybody else doesn't. So, which maybe I should talk to the folks at Mantic that they should try to have a Twitch channel. I think they would have a lot of fun. But I think they use YouTube more often. So, all right. But anyway, so this is Marvel Crisis Protocol. This is our Thanos figure. I'm going to take a slight break. I may be back for some more painting. So if you guys want to see model painting and some of the painting techniques that I use, I should be back doing one of those videos. And I will be doing Marvel Crisis Protocol painting. We'll be doing playing eventually. I'm just getting my terrain set and painted. I'm also getting my wow, it's like really trendy and crazy. But again, so I hope you guys enjoyed this building of Thanos. So this is Thanos, the Thanos piece from Marvel Crisis Protocol. Again, cool piece because you have Thanos as a one character to add to your force, but then you get special rules for different types of gameplay, which I'm so excited to try this out. Where people, two players are going to try to take on Thanos with full Infinity Gems, full craziness. I'm going to work on getting his minions next, which actually, to be honest, after this video, I think I'm going to just go order them. So I get the Black Order minions, because I definitely want to play a squad with Thanos and his friends. That is going to probably be my go-to squad for Marvel Crisis Protocol. So I can get really good with them. Probably them and the Avengers, because I'm a very trendy kind of guy. But I love this. And what's cool about this too, and I have to read the rules again, but they did put, of course, the height marker on this, which tells you both how to use it. So that means you can essentially use this for cover. But it may also mean that people can pick it up. Like, for instance, the Hulk. The Hulk is strong enough because he's height 4. He can actually pick this up, I think, unless there are special rules that say he can't. I have to read through the rule book and things, but this becomes a playable piece of terrain, which is kind of cool. And then, of course, I like that they give you the ability to mod Thanos so he can sport that Infinity Gauntlet and can sport that, of course, traditional grin. Come at me, bro. It's also cool. Just other notable mentions. They give you an additional base. So if you wanted, there are some reasons why I would want to do this. It'd be kind of fun if you bought an additional figure, because there have been different figures that have either taken on the throne of Thanos or have gotten the Infinity Gems. So if you do some model bashing, you might be able to make some of those variations that they have yet to make for the game, which would be kind of cool. And then I realized also, which I don't know why they gave it to us, but I think I do know why, because it should be noted that the version of Thanos they're going with is a newer version. So this is a more current version of Thanos than like the one from the traditional Infinity Gauntlet story. So just the look of him, it's more the traditional comics thing. And so his throne and stuff has also gone through a makeover. Because of course during Infinity Gauntlet, his throne was essentially an homage to Lady Death, and it had lots of skulls on it. It was actually her throne, and he went on it. So they do give you some little skulls. My thought process is that those skulls are for you to decorate around, because they do that a lot, or it might be skulls to put on his base himself. They don't, and Atomic Mass Games never tells you where to put that stuff. So they don't share with you where to put it, and in the actual model picture on the box, there is no indication of those skulls being anywhere. Sorry for that interruption. I have to turn off my notifications next time. Yeah, but there's nothing to indicate, that he should have that stuff. So, actually, let's cut them out right now. So I am probably going to put those I'm gonna put them probably on his base. But I like that Atomic Mass Games. Nope, that's probably gone. That fell in the perfect way to fall off my desk. That's pretty funny. Alrighty. So, yeah. So I'll probably, you know what? It'd be kind of interesting. So, I don't know how I'm gonna do this on camera, but because usually in the comic books he's like sitting. He does usually sit on like a throne of bone. Like he does have. I'm gonna put a couple of them right here, and maybe then I'll put a few of them. We'll put a few. I'll just put a few of those skulls. So we'll have little skull details on there. Nope. And I could actually probably could get just trying to get every little bit out of here. Alright. I will show you guys what I'm doing close up in a minute. I'm just trying to get, there we go. So, I like that they give you this stuff. I like that they give you, oops. Okay, that actually could be kind of cool. No, don't glue yourself to my shears. Who says it's got to be right side up? Now can I find? That's a pretty small skull, so I don't know if I'm gonna find it. Okay, let's see. The chances of me finding that skull are pretty bad. I'll tell you why they're really bad. They're really bad because the floor that I have is gray. So, alright, we can do another method, which is my foot, which my foot is a little bit bigger. But probably what I'm going to do with my foot nope. Alright, I think that one is gonzo. Which stinks, but I think it's gone. Alright. So, show you guys what I did. So you can see now he's got a couple of skulls there. And so if we put them all together, now he's got a few skulls laying around on the throne. So, you know, if I were to take, because I actually have a box of skulls from GW, I could probably put a few more there, so it looks like he is actually on a throne of bone, or he's destroyed some of his enemies, and they've made their stance. You know, and people have not done or fared well against the Mad Titan, as it were. But very cool. So again, guys, I hope you enjoyed this model building. This was a little bit longer than I thought it was going to be, but we also talked about, we did a little bit better review of the game itself and the rules for Thanos. But I'm really excited about this piece. It's pretty awesome. So like I said, if you want to check out me building Thanos and my first impressions of the set and things, check out that other video, the first part video, which is just labeled, it's not labeled part 2, it's actually just labeled Thanos, and you can check that all out. And yeah, very cool. Like I said, very first time for them to do a lot of different things that they did in that video, in that model, which is alternative poses, alternative customized things, because they never let you really customize the model, giving you alternate heads and hands. They gave you, and again, multiplayer rules. They gave you different rules for that, so it's giving you a whole new game mode. So I think the value for this, again, $60 for a pretty impressive model. Again, even if you don't play the game, I think for any Marvel fan, this is a nice model. And then to be able to paint it the way you want and give it the paint job that you want, and have that fun, I think anybody would love to just have this on their shelf for collecting, which is why I am feverishly buying all of the Marvel Crisis Protocol sets, especially now where I think it's going to be a little harder to get stuff. It's going to be a little bit more restricted. I've been a big advocate of trying to buy them when I can, so I recommend that others do the same. But yeah, I'm very excited. Can't wait to get this. All painted up and do that video with you. And we will be painting Marvel Crisis Protocol figures. We will be doing Warhammer painting as we have. I have a ton of Warhammer stuff, first impressions. I'm going to be doing a review of the Necrons from the new box, the Necron half of the box. I'll be doing my impressions of that, and we'll be building out that force. Please check out the other videos on the channel. If you enjoy what you saw, you found it entertaining, you thought this was a good distraction from things, please consider following the channel. If you're watching this after the fact, please consider following the channel. You can also, of course, the best way to support us is not only following, but to come and join us for live videos. My goal is to give you guys at least 1 video a day. I'm going to try to aim for 2 videos a day. And we're going to, again, continue to do videos on gameplay from video games and reviews of those. Model building, model painting. We're going to start to do playthroughs of tabletop games. We're going to have some ongoing campaigns and cinematic content. So we're going to be doing a lot of stuff. But I just have to get everything set up and everything ready to go. So please stay tuned. We got a lot of content coming to you. Again, I'm a multi-content channel, so check out everything. And I'm going to keep throwing out a mix of that for everybody. So drawing, painting, model building, tabletop gaming, video gaming, some talk show stuff moved in, RPG stuff moved in. So lots of different things to check out. I don't have the link down below, but you can also follow us on Facebook, Modern Geek Comics. You can follow us on Instagram, which is Vant Mario, and you can also follow me on YouTube, which is Modern Geek Gaming. So check all that out. You also see some links to both my website and Patreon. The Patreon is focused around my art and my independent comic book stuff. Check that out too if you're a comic book fan. I mean, obviously, if you like Marvel Crisis Protocol, you might like that stuff as well. It also showcases my artwork and things that I do, because I am a professional artist and commissioned painter. So please contact me through there. Those are some monetary ways to support the channel. If you do that, what that helps with really is allowing me to have the funds and things to buy the model kits, because with the exception of the stuff I get from Mantic Games, I'm not necessarily getting a ton of products from folks yet. So it helps to support that. And really the goal is for me to do this more on a full-time basis for you guys. And of course, to invest in better cameras, better equipment, better studio time and space, and possibly other employees to help me out with all the different things that go into making this stuff, so I can keep making higher quality content for y'all. So if you can, please support. I know that right now that's a tough sentiment, because a lot of folks are in different situations. So again, best way to help, follow the channel, share the content, tell others about it, be here to watch it with us live. throw up some questions and comments. Let us know what you're thinking. That's always great stuff. So thank you all. I can't wait to see you at the next video. And please stay safe, wash your hands, and be good to each other, because it's only when we work together that we can figure everything out. And trust me, I know in my life already, if I didn't have the other people around me, I'd never get as far as I have gotten, and I would never figure those things out. And that's from all the folks, all out there, from all walks of life, different backgrounds, different things. Respect everybody, people. It's the way to go. All right, take care. We'll see you at the next video. Again, I'm going to take a quick little break. I'm going to hopefully come back and do some painting. If not, you will see me back tomorrow night doing some other videos. So if you like this, you like what you saw, consider following so you know. Sign up for notifications so you know, and check us out. All right, take care, everybody. See you soon.